We're going to buffer down left after leaving the cop station. Follow the path. Stay to the right of the officers before you go below them, and you want to be on the left side of this path right here. Now there are two different slugs you can get. There are slugs that can appear right here. They're the right slugs. If you get the right slugs, just walk into the house normally. If you get the left slugs, which appear right here, just do an A-B before you walk into the house. Just go into the house, grab the exit mouse, and leave. As soon as you exit the house, do an A, B, and L, and walk straight down. Walk to the right next to the present, but don't grab the hamburger. After you walk a little bit past the present, hold down left until you're on the tree line. And you want to stay all the way down here until you can turn left under these trees. The shroom might aggro you, but as long as you walk down past the trees a little bit and turn left, it should not get you. You want to do 70 inputs before entering Twoson. And what I like to do is do an AAL up here, follow the edge of this path. You have to stay on the right side of this vertical path right here, and I finish with an A up A before I enter Twoson. So after I enter Twoson, I'm gonna follow this diagonal path right here, down to a tree, and then walk down. Then I'm gonna follow this diagonal path all the way to the sidewalk. Now when I get to the sidewalk, I'm going to try and stay on the edge of the sidewalk and grass and turn down right and down into between these buildings as soon as I can. Now, if you're on the right RNG seed, the old lady and Mr. T here, one of them should be looking up and the other one should be looking right. It could be one or the other. After you walk into the department store, go to the ATM, withdraw $410. It's 410 because I originally routed 500, but you only need 400, and I didn't want to reroute for one less input. Exit the department store, you buffer right. And I use the edge of this fence to go down right onto the edge of the sidewalk down here. Go down once you're past this tree and do an L after about a step. Go in between these two trees and walk on the down left edge of this sidewalk. So once you get to this area with the river, the second tree on the river, once you're in line with that, in the middle of the tree, just walk straight down. Walk all the way down till about this grass line where you're below the apple kid sign. You just want to go under the apple kid sign. And when you're on the right side of his fence, do an A up A. Don't do it earlier because you might talk to the apple kid sign. Do an A up A and enter the left side of his door. There's a few possibilities what Apple Kid can do. He can walk a little bit down past his toolbox, and he can walk very far down. If he walks very far down, you want to talk to him as soon as possible. If he starts to move and you talk to him, that's okay. So if he walks all the way down, just go up and talk to him. If he walks a little bit down, just go a little bit up and talk to him. Don't walk too far past the toolbox if you can help it. Go down right to the hamburger and then say yes to the $200. So after you talk to him, if he walked all the way down, you're gonna go talk to the mouse, leave, and do no inputs. If he walked a little bit down, you want to pay attention to what he does afterwards. If he walks up, you're gonna do an A up B outside, right after you exit his house. If he walks down, you're gonna do an A B A up B after you exit his house. If he doesn't move at all, you're going to do 3 ABs, and you want to wait till you're all the way in front of the exit mouse, or the exit mouse, the Apple Kid's mouse. So you walk all the way to in front of Apple Kid's mouse and then talk to him. Don't talk to him from a distance. Wait till you're all the way to him. So here, Apple Kid walked up. You're gonna do an A up B outside the house. Walk right and walk along the right side of the sidewalk. You'd rather be uh, on the sidewalk and then rather than in the grass. Glide off this tree right here and do an A B right in front of that tree and walk right for a while. As soon as you get here, I just follow this path all the way to the entrance of the cave. Do an A B before entering the second cave. And do an A B before entering PRV. You want to pause right here just for like half a second, just because of subpixel RNG when exiting a transition. So pause right here for half a second, walk over to this tree and do an L, and then follow the path I do. It's a little choppy, but that's what you're supposed to do. You can walk on either side of that rock. So the pencil trigger line is on this piece of grass. There's an RNG3 line lining up with this piece of grass. But I walk all the way up to this one just for confirmation. I go all the way up to here, do an AB, and start walking back down. Do an AB at the mole as well. And then walk in the right side of the entrance. Just walk into the next area, do an AB before exiting. So after Apple Kid's phone call, you want to walk straight down to glide off into this crevice right here, and then just walk straight left. You should get a butterfly up here. It just went by. I use the edge of this fence as a visual cue to start walking up. You're going to walk around this tree, try and get the lower area of the tree. You're going to glide off the wood here. And you're going to pay attention to this guy. He's either going to walk down or up, and that's going to determine what inputs you do later. So he walked down right there. You're going to go down left at these flowers and glide off the table into the corner of the fence down here. So since he walked down, you're going to do an AA at the corner of the fence. If you would have walked up, you would do an L instead. You're going to walk all the way left and up to Apple Kid, not up left. So if you do an L at the corner of the fence, when you walk back, which is walking down and then right to the corner, you're going to do a AB at the corner of the fence. If you do an AA and the mouse moves up, which it did right here, you're going to walk down and left to the corner of the fence and do nothing. Just going to follow the path as I do it. Same thing if the mouse is facing down into the fence. If you do an A and the mouse goes right, right, left, you're going to do an A, up, up, B at the corner of the fence over here when you walk back. If the mouse moves left, left, you're going to do an A, B at the corner of the fence when you walk back. So you'll know if you're right if that guy's facing down when you get over here. I just follow the bottom of this sidewalk. This kid should move left down. I use the uh, edge of this piece of sidewalk as to go upright and to glide off the corner or the edge of this bus station and walk into the bus station. You want to go to the phone, wait till the guy finishes his movement. It's just a brief pause before talking to the phone, record and continue. And then do an A-B before walking outside. Closer to the door is better. So this is another case of subpixel RNG where you transition out of this bus station is random. So it will give different movements on this guy specifically right here. So you want to pay attention to this grass patch. If he moves up and stops on this grass patch, where Ness is going to stop, he's going to do an AA, L, AB, A up B. If he moves past the grass patch, it's going to be two AAs. So you see he stopped on the grass patch. So I'll do an AA, L, AB, A up B. And just follow this path. You want to do an L before the second cave. Do an AB as soon as you enter. Just walk into PRV. Go do an AB when you're next to this tree right here. And make sure you're in front of the pencil when you go to the pencil eraser, which is an up left or an upright. As soon as you erase the pencil, do an AA and three ABs. Walk along the bottom of the bridge. And you do an AB when you're right in front of this bush. And don't turn upright until you start to glide right here. Walk along the bottom, along this grass patch. Go upright, and you're going to walk along the bottom along that grass patch as well. As soon as you get above this grass patch, do an AB and walk straight down. As soon as you press left, you're going to walk across an RNG3 trigger. So press AA and then start going left. Make sure that you glide above this spot right here. As soon as you get here, walk straight down. AB at this tree and walk straight left. When you get to this edge, do an L, AB. Go up and around this edge. When you get to here, just walk down left. And when you get here, you want to walk straight down so you glide off this edge and walk along the wall. There are two possibilities of butterflies you can get here. You can get a butterfly right here, and when you get to this this type of grass patch right here, you just want to walk straight left into the butterfly. And after you collect the butterfly, do an A up B, hold down right. If there's no butterfly here, wait till you walk barely past this grass patch and just go down right, and you'll walk into the butterfly. So with the original butterfly, you do an A up B, walk down right, and you'll stop right here for about 1 second. Do an A up B, and then continue on. With this butterfly, you'll walk about into the middle here, do an L A B, and continue on. Do an AB at this grass patch right here, and walk upright at the rock. Do an AB at the beginning of this bridge, go up right at the end of the bridge, and do an AB at the corner that you run into. Stop at the rock, do two ABs, follow the left edge, stop right here, wait a second, and do an AB. Follow this path. Do an AB at this grass patch right here, And as soon as you do that AB, walk a little bit past and go down right. You want to stop about with your feet are in between these two grass patches and more left than right. If you're too far right, too far down, too far up, you're going to be wrong. You just want to have your feet in between these grass patches right here. Once you're in between, wait a second, then do 3 ABs, and then walk down to get the life noodles. Follow this path. You actually don't have to wait here. I was just waiting for something uh, in the stream. You can keep going. So grab the life noodles, do 2 ABs, go up, do an AB at this corner and an AB at this corner. Walk up right after that corner, do an AB at this grass patch, and go around this tree. Don't walk into this little crevice right here. Go left at the top, do an L when you hit the wall, and walk into the entrance. At the second crevice past the entrance, do an L right here. And do an A up B before entering Happy Happy. When you enter Happy Happy, do it's a let's see. It's a AA 2 ABs and an A up B. So 39 inputs total. So once you enter Happy Happy, it's AA 2 ABs and an A up B. Then follow this path. Want to make sure to walk at the top of this path. Don't go too low. You want to pay attention to this blonde girl. Depending on whether she moves up or down, changes your inputs. And enter the left side of this drugstore as fast as possible. Gonna walk in, buy 1 refreshing herb, go to the right, buy the Sandlot bat, and sell the T-ball bat. If the girl moved up, you're gonna do 2 ABs before leaving that drugstore. If the girl moved down, you're gonna do AB, A up B, so 8 inputs. If the girl moved down. When you leave the drugstore, you want to buffer down left. Walk left as soon as you're below the sign and enter the left side of this cave. Do an AB as soon as you enter. Do an A up B before you exit. When you exit, do 3 ABs and an A up B. Enter the left side of the shack. Get the Franklin badge from Paula. Walk back outside. Do a life up alpha and 6 Ls before you enter the shack fight. So with the shack fight, you're going to do B times 4 and a PSI rock and alpha. And then just bash afterwards. So follow this path back into Happy Happy. Do an AB before entering Happy Happy here. With this path, you want to buffer down right. Follow the bottom of this grass patch. Move straight down in between these two. When you're in between these two grass patches, hold right and go upright into the cave. Do an AA. Buffer down left. Want to glide off this tree. And the girl before the HQ, if she moves out of your way, do an LL when you enter the HQ. If she doesn't move out of your way and she walks like in your way into the door, don't hold left. Just run into her and wait till she moves out of your way. If you hold left, she'll try and come back and you'll be in her way and you won't be able to get in. So after she moves out of your way, walk in and do... What do? You do 3 ABs and an A up B to get back on the manip. So talk to this first cultist. You want to glide off this cultist right here. If you don't, you'll get an extra RNG3 update. So make sure that you glide off the left side of this cultist. When you fight this cultist, it's just 2 bashes. When walking into the room with the reception desk, you want to buffer down left so you don't run into the right side of the desk, because you'll get an extra RNG3 update. Same with walking into Car Painter's room, buffer down right so you don't run into the left side of his thing. Do 2 Ls and an A up B before fighting him. When you start the fight, just bash. Walk back into the receptionist room. Buffer down right to not run into the left side of his desk. Do an L before walking back into the main hall. Walk up into the present and grab the skip sandwich. Walk right after the present. Let's follow this path out. Walk right after talking to Pokey. Just follow this path to get to Paula. You want to run into the fence there. Very, very briefly. Do an A up B when you enter that cave. This time you're going to go around the right side and do an A up A right before that grass patch. And walk left up to the shack. Do not walk up left. Open the goods menu and go straight up to the key to the cabin. Grab Paula and do an AA before you leave. Buffer left out of the shack. Follow this path. Do an AB before entering Happy Happy again. Buffer down right out of the cave. You want to get into Lilliput the fastest way possible, which is just going down right this path. So once you enter Lilliput, do an LAB. Walk up into this corner and do 4 ABs. Follow this path, do an AB once you're near this spot right there. When you get here, you want to not walk past this dot right here. Just go left all the way to the wall and down. Do an AAL and walk 1 pixel to the left and wait 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, line up here and stop and wait 1 second for the butterfly to despawn. Follow this path. Now, once you're here, you're going to see me walk back down into this crevice and back up. You want 1 extra RNG3 update right there. And you're going to do L times 11. And then AB times 6. Hold on, let me take that back a little bit. So after that, start walking up. In between here, like here, and this second crevice here, I guess. You want to do an AB about here. As soon as you do that AB, start walking upright. And I line up about right here along this pinch. Walk straight up. Just walk upright and follow this path. If you get no spawns here, do AB times 4 and A up B, and then start the mole fight. If you get 2 mole playing rough right here, just stutter past them and walk left or right and up to the mole, and do B times 6 to start off the fight. So after that AB times 4 A up B before the fight, you want to go PSI Rock and Alpha, and then Prey with Paula. If you had the stutter past the moles, you want to do a B times 6 first in the fight, and then go PSI Rock and Alpha and Prey with Paula. After that, do an AB bash with Ness and a Prey with Paula. And then bash with both of them. Paula should level up to level 10. Walk into Lilliput, get the Sanctuary song. After the song, walk straight up back into Lilliput, buffer down left, and you should green swirl a bear. Defend with both Ness and Paula the first turn, and then bash the second turn with both of them. Wait for Paula to die, and then bash with Ness. bash again with Ness, and you can just wait for him to die. And that's the end of the Manip. Use the Cup of Life noodles after you spawn back in the bus station. And that's it.